If you've ever found out that the girl you're talking to is ran through, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hello everyone, it's Hammerbite here, and today we'll be doing a video on my Smith Wesson MP15 Sport 2. So this is actually the first AR and only AR I've ever bought. I actually bought this on July 5th of last year, and I bought it because, well, it's an AR-15 and everybody should own one because at the end of the day, it's our constitutional right. So you got to take advantage of it. I chose the Smith & Wesson because, you know, it's Smith & Wesson. They're a known brand. They're a good quality brand. And I was watching videos on which were like some good beginner ARs to get. And this one really spoke to me. So I was like, you know what? I got to have this model. So Smith & Wesson MP15. So this is the 16-inch barrel. I'm not sure what kind of barrel it is. I think it might be like a government profile barrel. I'll have to check. I'm not really sure. So this comes with the 1 9/9 twist rate. Now I recently found out what twist rates were. So for example, since this is a 1 9/9 twist rate, that means that the bullet, when it gets sent through the barrel, is going to have 1 revolution every 9 inches. And they come with 1 1/8 twist rates or 1 7 twist rates on AR-15s. Those are the other types you hear. Since this is a 1 9/9 twist rate, this is going to be better for your lighter grain ammo, so like 55 grain or 62 grain. It can shoot 77 grain. However, it's going to have better groupings with lighter grain ammo. And either way, I've never shot 77 grain ammo because, well, I'm poor and I just shoot the cheap stuff. And I only shoot for fun at the end of the day. And pretty much what I shoot, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, is Winchester white box or Herder's ammo. Whatever's cheapest is what I'm gonna buy, because I just shoot it for fun. I'm not trying to do like super accurate shots or have these tight groupings, shoot long range. It's all for fun here, guys. So I mean, I'm gonna just shoot whatever's cheapest. So it comes with this Crimson Trace red dot. It's actually a green and a red dot, and it's like an $80 to $100 red dot if you choose to buy it afterwards. So you can either get the model that comes with the red dot, or they come with iron sights, comes with an A2 front post and a mag pull rear. But I opted to get this model because I was gonna get a red dot anyway, so might as well get it. From my understanding, Smith & Wesson actually bought the company Crimson Trace, which is why they use these. So it's not a bad red dot for what it is. I tried to get it on camera how the reticle, the little dot looks, but I just couldn't get it right. So I'm probably gonna show you guys, but it's just gonna look very blurry. So pretty much the way you see the gun is the way I got it, except I swapped out to a mag pull grip. At first I didn't really like the grip because I felt it was like a little too rubbery. I wasn't the biggest fan. However, I've grown to like it, and it feels really good when you're wearing gloves. So I mean, there's that. I'm not one of those people that believes you gotta try out like 20 different grips. Usually the stock grips will be fine. You know, it comes with an adjustable rear stock. This is just like the basic cheap stock you'll see on like a lot of budget AR-15s. I think it's called like the B5 stock. I'm not entirely sure. However, I really like this stock. I know a lot of people will swap them out to like a mag pull or something else. I like this one because it's like the slim profile of it. However, if you choose to get a rifle, you can do whatever you want with it. That's the good thing about ARs. You can customize them however you want, so it doesn't matter. So the upper and lower receiver are made out of 70-75 aluminum. So I'm not sure what that means. I don't really know that much about AR-15s, so I'm pretty sure that's some good quality material, because from what I've seen, there's like no rusting on it, and that's pretty good. The bolt carrier group, it is made out of 158 Carpenter steel. I also don't know what that means. I know there's people that will literally argue about the type of material the bolt carriers are made out of, and they will like have like a frenzy in the comments trying to fight each other. If it works, that's all that matters to me. So I've actually had this rifle. I've shot about 1,600 rounds through it, 15 to 1,600, with pretty good reliability. And pretty much I've not had that many malfunctions with this gun. I have had some, but they were all user error. Like pretty much the first time I tried to shoot the gun, you know, I loaded in the magazine, pulled the bolt carrier back, and I pressed the trigger and it didn't go. I know, I didn't leave it on safe, it was on fire. I don't know what happened. So I'm pretty sure I did something wrong, because it was pretty much like the first time I ever shot it. You know, I picked it up and I immediately tried to, you know, go and shoot with it, and I had some kind of malfunction. However, I'm pretty sure that was, like I said, my fault. I'm not sure what I did, but after I shot out the other bullet, after pulling the charging handle back, it ran flawlessly. And I've actually never cleaned this gun in its entire 1600 round life. All I've ever done was the first day I got it, I put some Breakthrough all-in-one CLP, sprayed some in the chamber, a little bit on the bolt carrier, down the barrel, and that's all I've ever done. And the main reason was because I wanted to see how long I could go with this rifle before I had some kind of malfunctions. So last week was actually the first time I actually had some actual malfunction, and mainly what happened was I think I loaded up the magazine too much. And the reason I think that is because I remember I was trying to load the bullets into the mag, and it kind of wanted to go in, but it kind of didn't. And usually when the magazine is full, it just won't go down anymore. But soon there was like some slight play in it. I was like, I might be loading it more. And so when I sent the bolt forward, the bolt went like halfway, kind of slowly. And so what I did was I pulled the charging handle back, took out the bullet, loaded the magazine back in flawlessly after that. Then yesterday when I was shooting the shooting clips that I had at the beginning of the video, that's when I started to have some actual malfunctions. And what was happening was that I was loading the magazine, and the bolt carrier, it would pretty much go to like right here, so almost at the end, and it kept doing that. And so what I did was I lubed it up for the second time ever in its life, and it ran perfectly after that. Now that is not a fault of the gun, that is a user malfunction, because I choose not to clean the gun, and the gun has ran perfectly. I know for a fact if at the 1,000 round mark I completely took the gun apart and I cleaned it and I lubed it up, there would have been no issues. So this is a really reliable gun. Oh, one other malfunction I did have, this is also my fault. I was just bored and I just kept pressing the mag release a bunch of times, and what happened was that the mag release got stuck at the bottom, and that's because at the back right here you can see this little, it's like this little piece of metal. It's like and so what happened was that it popped out and it went outside of like this little like guard thing, I guess you could call it. So all I had to do was pop it back in and it was fine. But like I said, that was my fault because I was just being dumb and playing around with it. Believe it or not, yesterday was actually the first time I ever took the gun apart. I separated the upper from the lower, mainly because I'd never done it, and I was like, well, let's see. There's so many damn wasps. This is a pretty reliable gun. Like I said, all the issues are, it's just me, it's just negligence. So if you're thinking about getting one, you should get one. They're good. Just don't do what I do and actually clean it, you know? I will be cleaning this gun now because it deserves it. You know, I throw this gun on the floor all the time. It gets dirt, it gets weeds, dried weeds in it, but it runs perfectly. So the accuracy of the gun, I will admit, I had some trouble with that, but I'll show you the clip right now. I'm just kidding, guys, but for the accuracy test, I was going to try to shoot groups at 100 yards. I had so much trouble seeing the target, mainly because the target I had is one of those targets where it has like the one giant diamond in the middle and it has like 4 on the outside. I was pretty stupid the way I did it. I was trying to hit the small targets at every corner because that's the way I had it. And those diamonds are small as it is. I should have just gone for the center and then just put in a new target every time. So yeah, I'm not even gonna show that because it didn't go too well. I could not really see. However, from my understanding, this gun does tend to shoot like 2 to 3 inch groups, which isn't that bad. Obviously, if you could get like a 1 inch group or a sub inch group, that would be better. But at the end of the day, this is a budget rifle, so it's not too bad. Alright everyone, so I was eating my pizza from Costco like the fat ass I am, and I realized that I forgot to show you guys the trigger pull, so here it is. Pretty light trigger, so let me go and reset it real quick. So yeah, it's pretty much like your basic mil-spec trigger. I'm pretty sure because of the amount of rounds I have through it, it has broken in. It's a pretty light trigger. However, they're supposed to be between like the 4 to 6 pound trigger range, so give or take. So this gun, you can get it for like the 750 to 850 range, depending on where you get it and what state you live. That might be, you know, the taxes and all that, but 750 to 850 before taxes. You can probably get them on sale for cheaper. This model has been discontinued because the Sport 3 model has come out, and from my understanding, instead of having this style of handguard, it has like a full-length Picatinny rail. Cons with the gun, now that we were on the handguard does get pretty hot because there's no heat shielding, especially if you're shooting fast. So it does get pretty warm, pretty hot if you're not wearing gloves. If you're wearing gloves, it's a little warm, it's bearable. You probably won't notice it, but without gloves, it does get pretty hot if you're shooting fast. However, I'm not one of those like high-speed LARP guys yet. Hopefully someday. So you really won't have to worry about the handguard. Another con, can't really think of anything. Little bolt right here to adjust the stock. A little rusted because I was shooting in the rain. You always just get a new one. So, I mean, other than that, like, it's a really good gun. Oh, one more con. So, because this is a budget rifle or entry-level AR-15, the grouping is not going to be as good as like a higher end. Like I mentioned previously, 2 to 3 inch groups at 100 yard roughly is what's common. Obviously, a higher end rifle, you'll be getting like an inch or sub-inch groups, but at the end of the day, 2 to 3 inches isn't that bad. I think the military requires like 4 MOA, so that's like, I think like a 4-inch group at 100 yards. I don't really stand the MOA thing, but yeah, so I mean, if it's doing better than what the military wants, you got a pretty good rifle on your hands. Other than that, there's really no other cons to the gun. I've really enjoyed mine. As you guys have seen on my videos, you know, we've shot like frozen zombie chickens, and then after they look like something out of Dead Space, or we've shot the cinder blocks just to see if they could shield you from a shooting. You never know. After this, I'm definitely going to clean it. It deserves a good cleaning. I will be cleaning it a lot more consistently now, probably like every 400 to 500 rounds. I really don't want to do like another 1400 rounds without cleaning it. So if you're on the fence about getting one of these, you definitely should get one because I highly recommend it. They're reliable, especially if you clean them. I mean, I didn't clean mine and it was pretty reliable. Like I said, only negligence. And so yeah, I mean, I look forward to shooting it more in the future. I don't really plan on getting another AR because I'm just having a lot of fun with this one. So yeah, I look forward to any adventures I might be having with this rifle. So highly recommend it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.